What was only recently an empty pit is now one of the hallmarks of the city. At least, it will be once it's finished. Although the Cedar Falls Beach House looks finished and ready to go, the fencing around it helps to indicate that the project is still in progress, although it is nearly 90% complete. At this point, 80% of the funds necessary to complete the beach house have been raised, and the various parties involved are making a push to come up with the remaining dollars.
The North Shore Boat Club, they have raised roughly $100,000 to $120,000 at this point. They are still in the process of raising roughly another $120,000 to complete their commitment that they made to the city. We had some damage to some concrete panels from previous flooding, so city staff and North Shore Boat Club will be working on fixing that work, or fixing those repairs. We're still hopeful that the facility will be mostly complete by this fall. And so we're hoping to have some sort of ribbon cutting at that point.
As many remember, the previous beach house was damaged in the flood of 2008, which led to its demolition. Since then, plans have been developed, accepted, and eventually carried out.
Once a building's damaged past a 50% market value, it has to be demolished. So the beach house was demolished in 2008, but with the help of the North Shore Boat Club and interested individuals and support from various agencies such as FEMA, State of Iowa, Cedar Falls Board of Adjustment, Cedar Falls City Council, Park and Rec Commission, a number of steps were followed and approval was gained to rebuild the facility where it's being built today.
The new beach house had to meet some new criteria in order to be built. FEMA standards have been put in place that will help save the new beach house from the same fate as the previous structure in the event of a flood.
The improvements you're going to see is that it will be built out of concrete block that will withstand the flood waters. The flood waters will be able to automatically go into the facility and recede out of the facility. As in the past, that wasn't possible. And the facility, of course, will be easier to clean because it'll be block as opposed to wood structure. Because the FEMA rules is we can't have appliances in there. We can't have refrigerators, you can't have stoves, coolers, anything like that, because FEMA wants all of those things taken out or not in harm's way should floodwaters come up. So what we'll have, again, we'll still have counter space, we'll have electric for broilers, there will be a grill down there that the North Shore Boat Club owns that the public can potentially lease from them. So what's end up happening is the facility will still be usable, but it might just take a little bit more preparation time from the public.
Of course, any project such as this should be able to generate revenue for the city, and judging by the amount of interest already shown in the beach house, that shouldn't be a problem.
We have received a number of individuals who want to rent the facility. I've had people that want me to commit 2 weddings. We have an individual, one of our local business owners wants to utilize it for a fundraiser for a couple of his employees. What that shows is the public is very interested in utilizing this facility. The fact that they're calling now, trying to get in there within the next few weeks, when they see the condition of the facility as it sits today, shows that there's going to be a lot of community interest in utilizing it.
The beach house has been a staple of the community for decades, and after a brief hiatus, it looks to be set to continue the tradition for decades to come.